good morning. I thought I would just pop on, as I did say on the video that I made about books, some of my books very recently, that I would share this particular book with you the minute it arrived. Well, I never managed to get it done the minute it arrived, but this morning I've got a few minutes, so I'm going to sit and go through this and share this absolutely beautiful piece of, tome of literature with you. It is Taschen's book on astrology, and all I can say is that it is absolutely divine. You can see by the beauty of this cover, you've got the gilding here, the gold gilding, and it's etched into the cover. The same here with the pattern, and the pattern on the spine, the print on the spine as well. And look at the back, look at the absolute beauty of that, and the colours, and it fits perfectly into this room because this room is so full of colour. So this is the book that I've been waiting for to go alongside my book about tarot on my esoterica shelf, and that shelf is definitely, well, 3 shelves is something I really need to sort out. So seems we've had another 6 weeks added to our current lockdown at level 5. Can't go anywhere. I've no excuse. I'm here, I'm held captive, and I have a job to do, and I need to sort this room out too. Anyway, I'm totally digressing. Here is this beautiful piece of work, and it's just, these books, I've got to be perfectly honest with you, when you get hold of them, when you first see them, and you realise there's so much in them, but they're very heavy, but they're actually quite breathtaking. They are stunningly gorgeous. So let's have a look inside. We've looked at the outside. We've got this same pattern, so I would imagine that all the books they create on the topic of esoterica is going to have this key as the pattern, and that's the key that opens up our book of knowledge. Now, let's see what it says here. We have a little piece of information here. Throughout the ages, metaphysical traditions have been translated into sacred and visionary art. The Library of Esoterica explores the symbolic language of our most potent universal stories, the tales we tell through paint and ink, costume and clay. Well, that's lovely. Then we have our title page, which is Astrology, the Library of Esoterica Astrology. Series editor is Jessica Hundley. Designed by Thunderwing, written by Andrea Richards, and the foreword is by Susan Miller. And of course, it's produced by Taschen. And, you know, as we know, Taschen, as I explained before, have their sort of the books they create are all sort of this sort of tome-like books on information, such as collections of art, books that look at certain aspect of this of society, say for instance the 60s, the Beatles, all that sort of thing. And now they're venturing into esoterica, which is great to see, because I'm finding myself that the likes of tarot, the likes of any form of work to do with spirituality, the divine, to do with psychic abilities, as I say, tarot, Lenormand, that sort of thing, is making quite a resurgence at the moment, and is very interesting to many people. And there's a lot of people sort of jumping on board with this now, seeing that there's a niche in the market for the likes of this and going for it gung-ho. So let's have a look here. Our contents page is set out the same as they have done with the tarot. So let's see how this starts. We've got The Centre is Everywhere, which is a foreword by Susan Miller, and Mapping the Universe Within, which is a preface by Jessica Hundley. So part 1 is titled As Above, So Below, and under that heading we have an astrological evolution, Hidden in Plain Sight, which is astrology and the esoteric, Celestial and Terrestrial Dynamics, which is a brief history of horoscopic astrology, Cosmology and Correspondences, which is the spirituality of science, Astrology Through the Centuries, which is a timeline, and I am loving these timelines. It makes it far easier to say, right, was astrology around in the whatever year. You can just zip along your timeline, find what you're looking for, and know where to go off to research. Part 2 of this book is The Language of the Heavens, and it's The Cosmos Speaks. And in that we've got A Galaxy in Motion, which is planetary influences. Then we've got the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Stones in the sky, heavenly bodies and beyond. And so that focuses on all the planetary interaction. Part 3 is The Wisdom of the Wheel, which is exploring the zodiac. And that is the measure of time, which is a horoscopic circularity. Then under that we have each of the star signs. So that's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. And then the cosmic spin, which is houses and movement. The final part of the book, which is part 4, is Meaning and Motion, which is interpreting celestial messages. We've got Diagrams of the Heart, which is the art of charts, Sacred Geometry, which is shapes in the star, For the Seekers, which is a final note on the Library of Esoterica, and then we've got the bibliography, image credits, acknowledgements and resources used in order to get all this knowledge for us to pore over. So let's take a peep. I'm going to look at page 340 because that is my star sign, Libra. So let's have a look. 340, where are we? Still a way off. 340, here we go. So on the title page of each star sign, you've got little bits of information. We have the ruler for Libra is Venus. The natural house is the 7th house. You have the drawn symbol representing Libra. Duality is positive, it's the element of air, and the quality is cardinal, its polarity is Aries. The tarot card is Justice, and the metal is copper. And that's funny that I didn't realise the metal was copper. A lot of things that I've created here in my workspace would be, I've used a lot of copper, you know, to create as well, whether it be wrapping them around stones, whether it be popping copper into my pyramids. So it's all fitting with the star sign. Now let's have a look at some of the art. Oh, beautiful. Imaginative equilibrium. As the most socially involved of all signs, Libra symbolises the need of the mature human being to take their place in the world. Libra's symbol, the scales, emphasises the need for balance in life. And that was by Gary Goldschneider, The Secret Language of Birthdays in 2013. So let's have a look here. We have a beautiful image there. And on we go. When it has an image like this, it has, for instance, Libra. This is about the art, the two pieces of art here. So this one here, Brotherhood of Light, Libra from C.C. Zane's Spiritual Astrology in the United States in 1935. Originally, the constellation contained the northern autumnal equinox and the southern vernal equinox, the times of the year when the day and night are balanced. And this piece of art here is Rachel House, Small Spells, Libra, United States in 2017. The artist plays on Libra's association with flowers. Ruled by the planet Venus, Libra's attributes of love and commitment stimulate generative relationships even between humans and plants, and that is so true. I love flowers. I am learning something new today myself. And any artwork that appears or photography, it's all it tells you everywhere, you know, that image has, where that image has been sort of taken from, and the information about it. There is just so much imagery. It's just amazing. And those little nuggets of information under each one. balancing the chakras here, day and night. My goodness, it's absolutely beautiful. So let's go on, let's see what else it tells us about Libra. It's all, like I say, all imagery throughout for each star sign. Anything that's been found through the years added here, and every, you know, little, like I say, nuggets of information. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look what it says about this one here. See that there? Bring that a bit closer. Let's see what that says. This is by Peter Moorbacher, Zuriel, Angel of Libra. That's United States 2015. Of his imaginative approach to Libra, the artist explains all things have opposing forces. Zuriel is the regulator of these forces, weighing their value and attempting to find balance. Wow. And this one on the same, on this page here, this is Ains, September, from Johnson Ayres Company, Birthstone Collectible Cards. That's new from the United States in 1911. British publisher Alan Leo helped popularise astrology for the masses in the late 1800s with Astrologers magazine. Companies selling everything from cigarettes to jewellery got in on the trend. So that's one of the cards that would have been in cigarette boxes, etc. You know? So it's all little bits like that all the way through. Now, what does that say here? Hold on, just bear with me. Let me just go back to the beginning of Libra here. And getting back to this page, this is where you get all the sort of information about this, the star sign, which it goes back to as far as the Greeks, etc., etc. You know, the ancient Greeks called this constellation claws of the Scorpion. So you're balanced with the claws of the Scorpion, and saw it as an extension of Scorpio. During the 1st century, the Romans renamed the constellation for the scales of justice held aloft by Astraea, Virgo. The notion of the scales made sense since at the time the Northern Hemisphere's autumnal equinox, the time when the day and the night are equal, coincided with the sun passing into Libra. That association with the balance of forces and the symmetry of day and night carries on to Libra's core characteristics as a zodiac sign. Interestingly, Libra is the only sign in the zodiac represented by an inanimate object. Of course, when you think about that, it's never crossed my mind before. The scales have a specific significance in Egyptian mythology, where the goddess Mat used them to access the souls of the recently departed, to assess the souls of the recently departed. She methodically weighs each soul against a feather. If the soul tips the balance of the scales, it was sent back to earth to reincarnate until it shed enough weight to enter the afterlife. In the celestial calendar, Libra brings the coming of fall. The harvest is over and food is stored away before the dead of winter, when darkness outweighs the light. That happens in Scorpio. There is a time for a quiet moment of equilibrium, of peace, and for nature to display the beauty that will soon be followed by decay. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, rules Libra, giving this sign a strong association with the arts and aesthetics. I have to say that is absolutely true. So many of my interests are art-based, and I love beauty and boldness, you know. This is absolutely gorgeous. This image here was by Jake Badley, Libra, in England 2014, culling from astrological traditions that predate the Greeks and Romans. Badley interprets Libra as the Egyptian goddess Mat, who measures the heart at death against the feather of truth. My goodness. It is so interesting, absolutely interesting. So each star sign is in there naturally, and something to delve into, and it's going to be very interesting finding out what it says about my family and friends too. So this is the book, people, and do I like it? Yes, I do. I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing what other books are in this collection of Esoterica by Taschen, and it would be nice to have a set to complement my little library that I've got going on here. So folks, take care. Lovely chatting to you. Have a good day, whatever you are doing, and I'll be back soon. Take care now. Bye bye.